Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Amber Leigh Amore here, and I'm back with another video. So today I'll be basically giving you guys some college freshman tips for when you guys start school in August, because I know it's May, and May is around that time where you're just planning everything. You're deciding which school you want to go to out of all the schools you've been accepted to. You're trying to figure out what you want for prom. You're trying to figure out what you wear in a graduation, who you want to invite. I know it's a stressful time. So I decided to put up this video for you guys to kind of help ease the process and help in you guys' planning. So what I'll be giving you is college freshman tips. So I'm going to split this into two parts. The first part, which is this part, will be basically me giving you guys academic advice, how to succeed academically in college, especially starting out as a freshman, because I know a lot of freshmen, they end up doing too much and they end up flunking out. So that's what I'm doing this video for. So without further ado, we are going to get right into it. So these tips are not going to be in any particular order and whatnot, because I really didn't have the time to number and organize everything, but you guys are going to know where I'm coming from anyway, honestly. But I would say first, in order to keep yourself organized, you need one of these. And what is this? It is a calendar. I know at first you're going to think you can keep it all together and know what's due when and all that, but hold on, I have to do a lipstick on teeth check. Okay, but I'm good. I know you guys are gonna feel like you have everything in order and you're not gonna need this, but you probably may, because it is so easy to get caught up. So when your professors give you your syllabus, basically a syllabus is something for your professor would give you in each class, and it contains all the assignments that are due, what dates the assignments are due, what dates you're gonna have your exams, and also what percentage of the class each grade and each test consists of. It'll be this paper is worth 30% of the class, or this exam is worth 20% of your class overall grade. So if they're gonna have all of that written out for you. Sometimes the syllabus is changed throughout the semester, but honestly they most of the time stay consistent, and the professor always lets you know and updates something when they want to change or extend a due date or something like that. So keeping a calendar is perfect for this. Once you go to all of your classes for the first time and your professor already went through the syllabus, you can just write down use the syllabus and copy down every assignment and every test that you're going to have due and put it on every month. From months, but just put the date that it says all of them are due, so you know. Because they might tell you about a big paper that's due in December all the way in August. And you'll be like, oh, it's August, I got time for that. You'll forget all about it and you forget what you have due, and all of a sudden it'll just creep up on you, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, that's an all-nighter for me. I have to get this done. So it's easier, honestly, if you just write everything down, so as the months go by and you flip through each month, you get a clear vision of everything that's due and what you need to have done. So I recommend using a calendar and also a planner for the more organized people. But if you're not really like that, you feel like you don't need it, that's okay. I know for me, I needed a planner for when I was in school, but a calendar is what I think is most important. So I would recommend, I know everybody does this. I've never been the type, honestly, me personally, I've never worked well when I did this, but try your best not to pull all-nighters, because it's never going to be your best work. I know things happen. I know. Me, for example, I can never pull an all-nighter because I can't write papers for nothing, and it takes me a week to write a paper because I get so bored. I have to write a paragraph each day and start a week beforehand, because I'm doing all-nighters to me. I did it one time and I almost died. I couldn't take it. I wanted to go to sleep so bad, and I'm sitting there I want to go to sleep, and I could not go to sleep because I had to get my assignment done. So I would recommend you guys need to, try your best. There are going to be times, honestly, where you're going to have to end up pulling an all-nighter, just the way life works and just the way you're going to be. You're going to end up being putting things off to the last minute until it's the last minute. So I recommend just trying to do everything ahead of time. When you start ahead, it's so easy to be ahead. When you start doing your assignments early and all that, it's that you keep it, that it keeps you more organized and not feeling overwhelmed, and I just think it's better. So just try your best to avoid having to pull all-nighters, because it's like the worst to be up all night trying to finish an assignment and you're not giving in your best work. I know some people honestly would disagree and say they do best work under pressure, but I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. It's just me. I wouldn't do it. Okay, moving on. The next tip I would say is use your alarms. Your alarms are your friend, okay? This is not the 90s anymore. We do not need to buy alarm clocks and have them at our bedside table. We all have phones. We all have iPhones, Androids, if you're on that team. We all have iPhones, Androids, and all that. So we honestly can set different alarms for different times. Like if you know, like you have to wake up at 7 a.m. for a class at 8 a.m., set your alarm for 6:30, and then you can set another one for 7 o'clock. So like the 6:30 is like the warning alarm, like, okay, you got your sleep, but you know you got to wake up in 30 minutes, right? That's your first one. Set the 7 a.m. one to be all right, now it's time to get up. I give you a half an hour and it's time to go. Like that's a little more helpful. Some people don't feel the need for an alarm until they end up waking up at 12 o'clock p.m. and they had a 9 o'clock class. So like use the alarm. The alarm is your friend. I know I have to set 2 alarms because sometimes I don't like to wake up after the first one, and I'll just go back to sleep and end up waking up 30 minutes later like, oh my God, I'm late. So just use 2 alarms, you guys. Alarms are your friend in college. Next, another thing is you guys want to make sure that you're meeting with your professors, like even the ones you don't like meet with your professors to kind of check in with them throughout the semester to make sure you're on the right track before you start failing as the semester goes on, because you never know. Like professors like to see that you care about your grade and that you're willing to do the work on your own and help and all that when they're like considering what grade they're going to give you, honestly. So if they know you personally and they've been seeing you come to their office, checking in with them, even though it's a class you're honestly struggling with, like if they see you putting in the effort and putting in the work, they're going to pass you, honestly. Like from doing that, I've got an A in a class that I really did not deserve to get an A in. Like you can pass a class that you really didn't deserve to pass by showing up and showing that you care and, being around your professor. So, but one thing I would say, don't wait until like the last minute before when you realize, oh, I'm crashing in this, I'm failing this class, like to start going to your professor begging for good grades and all that, because that's not really showing much of anything. It's just showing that now you're failing and now you want to take the initiative to do the work. Like, no, just do it gradually throughout, especially in a class that you feel like you're gonna have a hard time with. Like, just show your face and all that. Let them know that you're there and you're willing, and you will get a better grade than you deserve. Next, I will also recommend that you have like your own study spot. Like, find any spot on campus that you feel like you're really focused well at, and use that spot as much as you need to study, because your dorm room, or if you're not dorming, your home is like, there are a lot of distractions around. So like finding that specific spot, whether it's in that little corner in the library with the charging station, or whether it's like that little like lounge area with the couches that nobody likes to go into, use that as like a place to study and get your studying on, because there you want to separate yourself from all the distractions. I know studying in my room sometimes I'll do it if I know I don't really have much work to do. When I know I have to get a lot done and I have to focus, like I really have to be somewhere else. Like I can't be in my room where my computer's here, or I can start watching videos, YouTube videos. I can watch TV, or my friends are around and like they start sparking up conversations or dramas going on around me, and like it's better to just have your own little area, like whether it's somewhere in the library, somewhere in like a lounge hall or whatever, depending on whatever school, that's always best. And also, it's also best to do most of your studying in the day. I know some people might also disagree with this as well, but studying in the day is actually helpful, because in the morning, that's when you're the most awake, and that's when you take in the most information, especially after you've eaten all your breakfast and all the foods in your brain. Because I know after around, I don't know if anybody's ever noticed, but after around like 9 o'clock, that's when the brain just goes, I'm done. Like, it's time to go to sleep or it's time to chill. Like, one of those. If I'm not chilling, sleeping, doing whatever, I don't need to be up right now. So it's better to do most of your studying in between classes, because your brain is already working, because you have classes that you've been like going to and you've been like listening to your lectures. And so just do your studying and all that, because you really suck in the most information then. So I recommend studying during the day, not in the night, because in the night your brain will shut the hell down and you will not remember anything the next day. Another tip I would recommend is apples. Apples and apples and apples. This is kind of like weird. You probably never heard this from anybody, but apples really, like, I don't know what it is, but it does something to your brain. Like, it makes you smart as hell. So I recommend, like, when you're eating your breakfast before your exam, add an apple to the exam. And I felt like I was always sharper. Like, I always did my best before eating an apple before an exam. So eat that apple, okay? Like, how do you like them apples? Do you like green, Granny Smith, red, that dark red colored apple that I really don't know what it's called? The yellow one, like whatever one, eat it, because it helps. Another tip, please do not, unless it's absolutely mandatory, like, do not buy your textbook from the campus bookstore, okay? You buy your textbooks online. There are so many websites online where you can buy your textbooks, or you can rent them just for the semester and give them right back. Like, do not buy a $300 textbook where you can find another one on Amazon or Chegg for about $50 for the semester. Please do not. There are certain circumstances where you have to, like, your professor would have, like, there'll be some CD in the textbook that you need to keep. Like, the professors give you a week. You have a nice good week. Even sometimes 2 weeks they'll let you go for without your textbook. So honestly, go to all of your classes. Once you get to each of your classes, then your professors always let you know what book you're gonna need. Oh my god, those people that come to class with like 50 textbooks, like, on the first day that they bought from the bookstore and they spent $500 on, I'm like, your first day of class, your professors always let you know which textbooks you're going to need, what is priority and what is most important, or they'll let you know what books you're not going to get into until like months down the line. So please go to your classes first before you decide to buy your textbook, and buy them online, because there are websites like Chegg, Amazon, Campus Books, Campus Book Rentals. There's a bunch of websites online. Also, I'm going to put a link in my description box, because I can't remember the name right now, but it's a website where basically you put in your ISBN number of your textbook, and it'll pop up all the websites that are either renting them or selling them to keep, and it'll show all the prices from cheapest to most expensive. So I'm going to leave the link below so you guys can also have that. It's not even sponsored or anything like that. I'm just like, it's something that I used all the time. Do not show up to your classroom with textbooks. Do not show up on your first day with textbooks, because you do not, like, you have to find out on your own. This way you're not spending all this money, because college is enough money in itself. Oh my god, it's enough money in itself. Like, literally, college will have you starting YouTube channels to pay back your loans. So in college, there is a little something called designated seats, you guys. Whether it's that seat on the side by the wall where there's a charger you can plug in your phone, whether it's that seat in the back, that's perfect so you can fall asleep and nobody will see you. Whether it's that seat in the front where you need to be focused, so you need to be right up under the teacher's ass like this, like, there's a designated seat. There's somewhere where you prefer to sit. I would recommend going to class early for like the first couple of weeks, just so that people know, like, so that your designated seat is like a sign. You know what I'm saying? Like, just so that people know, like, okay, this girl, like, because people take mental images, you guys. Like, they may not know who you are, but they know, like, who's on their left, who's on their right. If you go to a really huge school, it's like, they still kind of know. They know, like, people sit here. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's your designated seat. Like, people know I sit here, I come here every day, and I sit in this spot. So it would not make any sense if you see me every day, especially if you sit next to me. You see me sitting in this spot every day. You know, like, not to sit in this spot because this is my spot. Like, this is my spot. So arrive every day early so that you make it known, like, this is my designated spot. And you make it known. How do you make it known? By sitting on your ass. Sit on your ass. Right here, this is all me. This is all me. And I know in like my like freshman year of college, I really didn't care. Like, I used to be that girl in that the back, the last seat in the back against the wall, like sitting like this. Right in class, not even taking notes, nothing. But I mean, as like, you know, the years went by, like I became that girl in the front like this under the teacher. So it's like, it honestly depends. Like, you just want to make sure you establish that, okay? You gotta make sure you establish that. So that's all for mine. And comment below if you guys have any tips of your own, or if there's anything that I forgot about, because I probably did forget a lot, honestly. So comment below. Let's talk about it. Subscribe to my channel, you guys. Give me a little bit of encouragement, because I love making videos, and I just want people to just let me know that I'm helping you guys out. Like, I just want to know that I'm helping you guys out. So yeah. So I'll see you guys later. Bye.